again. Welcome to week 7. This week we're going to focus our attention on the book of Psalms. In last week's reading from Arnold, he presented you with a basic introduction to the nature of Hebrew poetry, specifically parallelism, and to the history, structure, and forms of Israel's Psalter. In my presentations on the Psalms, I don't want to replicate any part of Arnold's textbook. That information will suffice. Instead, I want to spend some time talking about what we might call the higher questions about the Psalms. How do we appropriate the Psalms as modern Bible readers? What value, devotional and theological, are the Psalms for us today, and how do we access that value? Now, this is why I chose Walter Brueggemann's book, Spirituality of the Psalms, as your only reading for this week. All the form analysis in the world won't really open up the importance of the Psalms if we don't understand how that form gives expression to a living relationship between the singer of the psalm and the God of Israel. The Psalms are meant to be sung. Their words are meant to be spoken by the believer, not simply studied at a safe emotional distance. More than most other parts of the Bible, for us to get at everything we can from the Psalms, we need to be willing to see in their words a reflection of our own lived experiences. This is why Brueggemann's schema of orientation, disorientation, reorientation is so important and helpful. So this week, my recommendation to you is to read Brueggemann first, then come to my presentations. In what follows, I will assume that you are familiar with what Brueggemann says in Spirituality of the Psalms. In my presentations, first I want to second what Brueggemann says about the value of Psalms of disorientation with some of my own observations, especially focused on Psalm 3. And then following that, in a series of pages concerned with Psalm 2, we're going to explore 1, how the inherent messianism of some of the Psalms is revealed in their implicit movement from orientation to disorientation. 2, how the concentric structure of Psalm 2 subtly reinforces its orienting message. And 3, how Psalms of orientation, such as Psalm 2, are especially valuable to the singer through their interaction with Psalms of disorientation.